There we go. It's August 8th. We're here for joint education. And I'm David Northrup. I'm chairman from the House side. With me is
Charles Scott, I'm chairman of the Senate side.
you have any opening comments, co-chairman?
I do. Do you want me to make them at this time?
Sure.
Yeah. I wanted to make a couple of points just to set the stage. You know, we're going to be talking today in good part about problems and solutions in our K-12 system. And I wanted to start out by reminding people that, you know, it's going to sound, some of it's going to sound pretty negative. Because we are going to be talking about problems. But remember that our school systems are doing an excellent job of teaching the majority of the kids, particularly the best and the brightest. And I would say anybody that needs to be reminded of that, go visit some event where the best and the brightest are on display. I got drafted a few years ago to go judge high school debate tournaments for a while. And it's impressive, the kind of kids we've got, Mr. Chairman, and the kind of education they're getting and what they can do. So just because our focus is on solving the problems, don't forget that part of it, Mr. Chairman. The second thing I would say is the problems we are talking about are going to be quite real. We've got too many kids that are not in the best and the brightest that we're leaving behind. And we'll be looking for remedies, Mr. Chairman. And when you look at it, we've been trying to say, what are the problems? What can we do about them? I think it's not a money thing, frankly. We looked at the performance on third grade reading, which is critical to the rest of academic performance, and looked at the disparities among the districts, and they're significant, and looked at funding, and we got a very weak correlation between funding and results, Mr. Chairman. It was negative 0.21, the negative meaning the performance was less as the spending increased. Statistically, I don't think it's caused by it, but we've looked at some other things like poverty levels in the state. There is a correlation there, but the better school districts are having better results with their kids in poverty, Mr. Chairman, than the statewide average for everybody. So I don't think that's the problem. But there are these big disparities. And we've got a number of districts that are doing very well, Mr. Chairman, and trying to get everybody up to that is a problem that we've got. And the message I would have for the districts is don't necessarily wait for the state legislature to do something. You've got a problem, you don't show well on some of the key metrics. And I do think third grade reading is a key metric. Don't wait for us. Go see how Sheridan does it, or Cody, or Powell, or Worland, or Green River. Some of the districts that are doing better, and I haven't mentioned them all, but go see how some of the more successful districts are doing it, and steal the ideas that they've got. Mr. Chairman, it can be done very well within the parameters of our current system. And we're going to try to improve things. We're going to try to help. But the school districts can go out and solve their own problems too, Mr. Chairman. So I just wanted to say those things to put in context what we're going to be working on today, Mr.
Thank you, Chairman Scott. I have some housekeeping items that I need to get through. First thing I want to do is read to you the joint education interim topics, just to remind everybody what we're supposed to be working on. Our priority number 1 was K-12 mental health. Priority number 2 was early childhood programs and literacy. And that has 2 sections underneath it, early childhood education and education programs in primary grades K through 3. Priority 3 was school of choice. Priority 4 was community college. Priority 5, recruiting and retaining school district personnel. And so just a little reminder of where we're supposed to be going. My next comment I have is, would everybody make sure their phones are on silent mode so that we don't have somebody's phone going wing, 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 wing. So, and then also everybody's going to get 5 minutes for their comments. When somebody wants to comment on a bill, everybody's going to get the same amount of time. Our opening decorum script as we begin the meeting, I want to call your attention to the committee's rules of decorum. Copies of the decorum of the rules are located with the hard copies of the agenda and are are available for review on the legislative website. I would like to invite you to read them, take a moment and read through them. Although it may seem awkward and as a formality, speakers will address their comments through the chairman, myself or Chairman Scott. I'll be chairing today. Chairman Scott will be chairing tomorrow. Individual comments to the committee members is not the way to do it. So make sure you address them through the chair. Comments will be directed to issues under the discussion of the committee. Distracting comments on the unrelated side of the issues are out of order. This is not a football game. This is not a basketball game. I don't want to have people cheering and clapping when somebody makes a comment. We'll treat each other with respect. Speakers will avoid personal criticism, ridicule, and name calling. Audience members will refrain from any behavior that disrupts the orderly conduct of the meeting. As it says, I'm just hitting the highlights of this. And so that kind of sets a tone for it. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to say before we move into the meeting? Representative Berger, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, just a quick privilege.
Go ahead.
I just want to say thanks to the groundskeeping crew. I mean, what a beautiful facility. It was awesome walking in today and seeing the building, the Capitol. What a wonderful place we have to come and have meetings and be able to work for the people of Wyoming. So I was very proud as a resident from clear across the other side of the state coming in today going, oh, wow, haven't seen the grounds since the winter. So I was very proud to come in and know how well kept this beautiful place is. So thank you, everybody.
You bet. Anybody else? With that, we'll go to roll call.
Senator Beitman. Here. Senator Brennan. Here. Senator Rothfuss. Here. Senator Steinmetz.
She's excused.
Representative Allred.
Here.
Representative Andrew.
Here.
Representative Berger.
Here.
Representative Brown. Representative Clouston.
Here.
Representative Lawley.
Here.
Representative Obermueller.
He's excused.
Representative Provenza.
Here.
Co-Chairman Scott.
Here.
Chairman Northrup.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay. With that, I'd like to move into executive session so that we can openly, as a committee, discuss the 2 memos that were sent out. Can I get a motion on that?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Education Committee resolve itself into executive session for consideration of legal advice from our counsel regarding the first 2 memos, which are posted publicly online.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? None appearing, will proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Can I ask the public to please step outside until we figure out what questions are? We'll come get you.